Welcome back to the Real Men of Real Estate, hosted by me, Thomas F Chappell Jr. here today. Just talking all things real estate and just getting my bearings together. It's kind of a little boring when I don't have any guests here because I can't really interact. But I'm about to talk about my favorite topic right now, which is called ADUs. That's my favorite topic. That's where I'm at this point, ladies and gentlemen. And the phenomenon I think about the ADUs, tiny home communities and whatnot. Um, it's a new thing, and it's not so much of a new thing in real estate, but it's a geared thing to help with affordable housing. That's where my niche is at this point, is helping in affordable housing. Across this nation, we have a I don't know what to call it, but there's a shortage of housing all over the nation, and with that going in mind is that the main thing that politic people are talking about, mayors in different states and government in different, is talking about affordable housing for the nation and whatnot. And I'm looking to bring that to the nation as far as helping with affordable housing. I am taking these ADUs and would like to bring them to different states and different cities and do affordable housing. Like I have a project right now that I'm doing in the Hemet area, and we're doing a mobile home park, RV park, not a mobile home, but RV park, I should say. And we want to be putting these units on to sell or rent. We also talking about doing SB 9, SB 10, where people can turn around and that's the best thing about California right now. And everybody's got their eyes on California when it comes to affordable housing, because the governor's giving us SB 6, SB 9, and SB 10 to where you can take your residence and subdivide it and turn it into a fourplex, and make money off of it. That's something that's unheard of at this point. Instead of actually physically going to buy a fourplex and renting it out, now you can take your main residence, if you want it, and turn it into a fourplex and make money off of it. So if someone was interested in that it would definitely be a beautiful thing. There's people that might be interested in doing ADUs but don't want it put in their backyard. Well, I have some acreage in Hemet that you can put your unit on, and I will manage it and I will book it for you, because the whole thing is being able to give people places to live, working force people places to live, instead of rents going up with the inflation and things like that. Um, the other part of it is that what the governor's done is saying you can take dilapidated commercial buildings or abandoned commercial buildings, tear those down, and put units on them. I mean, this is like Christmas right now, to a way to where you can build these communities and be able to help with the crisis with affordable housing. And the government is putting out a mandate for this to take place, and we should all be taking advantage of this, and just not looking at a money situation, but we could be looking at helping a lot of those, because it could be one of us one day. It could be a family member. It could be a friend that is displaced and they need a place to stay, and we don't have enough room in our own main house that we can turn around and put them in affordable housing or help them get affordable housing. You know, um, the thing started with me is that a couple of my mentors had came up with the idea of doing tiny homes, and I invested into it. I didn't know what it was going to be like, and I just turned around and that invested because they helped me make money. So I turned around and helped them. My mother told me never bite the hand that feeds you, so that's one of the things I did, and it's been a phenomenal thing for me. It's been wonderful. So now I'm looking at turning around and building these communities because I have a heart for those who are displaced, because I was once displaced in my lifetime, and I'm quite sure a lot of us have, whether we admit to it or not, or whether we want to downsize, or, we don't like where we live, we want to change, and we don't want to be back in an apartment, or we want to own our own thing. And the best thing about some of these units is that you can take some of these units on the road, and you can just live out of them anywhere in the state, anywhere in the country you want to go. That's the wonderful thing about these things, and it helps out America with housing that they can pass down. It's like you put one in your backyard, and it's like that child that's grown but don't want to leave the house. You put them in the backyard, or your parents that's ailing, that's getting older. You can watch over them. They want to be independent. You can put them in your backyard. You can turn around and make it your office. You can put it in your backyard, and then if you're working remotely but you don't have space at your kitchen table or your dining room, you can turn around and put it in your backyard, and you can get tax money for it because it'll be a taxable thing. Where you can receive more taxes off of it. So there's a lot of ways that you can skin the cat when it comes to the ADUs, and this is one of the things that I am so excited about. I had a previous guest on the show, I think back in September, Ryan O'Connell. He's up north in Napa. We're looking at doing a contest because he's saying that you can turn around and put an ADU in someone's backyard for the cost of $999. And so we're going to do a contest between North and South and see who can do it the fastest. Now, we haven't picked out all the details on it as of yet, but we'll come up with something and see what the prize would be for whoever finished first. The thing of it is that I am one of the ones that want to take one of these things and use it for my own personal use. I can turn it into a bodega, a store, a salon, or I can turn it into a barber shop, or whatever I want to turn it into. These things are just so awesome that you can do a whole lot of different dynamics to it versus living in a stick build. Not saying stick builds are not wrong to live into. They're not. They are wonderful things to do. But times have changed and all these different things that are going on, and the world has changed tremendously. These are the new phenomenal things that are going on. And if anybody is out there that wants to be a part of this, please, please reach out to me. Please reach out to me because I would love to have you on the team and be able to come out and see the wonderful things that we're doing, especially the event that we're doing in Hemet. At this point, it's called Diamond Valley Lodge. It's in Hemet. At this point, they got 4 live tigers that live on the property. It's an old golf course that they're turning into an oasis. So if you would like, you can go have dinner with the tigers right now. You're not going to be dinner, but you can have dinner with the tigers and you can see them in their natural habitat. And they was raised in captivity since they were born. So that's what they're used to, the human touch versus the wild. So that one thing you don't have to worry about. And then the other thing that we're doing, we're doing RVs. We're putting RVs on here. You can park your RVs there. You can do the ADUs there, and we're also doing glamping tents. Now, I just found out about glamping tents, and I'm telling you, this thing that I saw, man, it is a wonderful thing that what they're doing with these tents, and I just can't believe that people are living out of these tents. Now, when I'm saying tents, I'm thinking, you got a tent on the ground with a sleeping bag, No, these are taking your home amenities or hotel amenities, putting them in these tents, and people are living out of it. And I'm like, this is something that's phenomenal that I've never seen before, and it's going to be it's a new thing. That's what's going on, glamping. I'm like, to me, that's a bougie word of saying camping in a tent. So, but we're doing that. We're also doing. We also, if I'm not mistaken, we're still doing we have on there a grape venue where you can grow your own grapes and you can turn them into wine. Now, I'm not a drinker, so I don't drink wine or I don't drink any type of alcohol, but to turn something that you grow into your own, that's phenomenal. If I was a drinker, I wouldn't mind doing that myself. But since I don't, I can watch other people and live through them while they do it. So it's going to be a nice oasis that we're doing sometime next year. And I'm looking for people that's willing to, if not invest, want to be a part of it some shape, form, or fashion. And these ADUs are taking over. They are really taking over, and your governor is turning around, is giving you carte blanche on doing these kind of things with him because people got to have somewhere to live at, and it's less cost effective. It's cheaper than a stick built, a regular traditional home. And like I said, what the biggest thing of it is that you can haul it anywhere in the world you want. Get you one of them big old trucks and hook it to the back. And if you want to move to Denver, Colorado, you drive it to Denver, and then you can turn around. That finds a RV park that you can park it, and you can live out of it. It comes with the hookup for the plumbing, the sewer, and the septic, as well as electrical. You can't beat that. You really can't. So the one thing is that when you talk about real estate, like I said, there's very, very facet things in real estate you can get into. Going to the clubs is where you're going to get your experts from, get all the knowledge and the information from. And like I said, the biggest thing is that you can find a partner for life, or a partner for a project, or a partner for a short period of time, whichever one's possible. You can also find money there. So if you're looking for hard money, private money, you can find those things there. If you're looking for a good appraisal company, you got a good appraisal person there that you can have on your team. Escrow company. Escrow company is one person that you definitely want to have in your back pocket, because if you're in between raising funds or waiting for a deal to close, the relationship you have with the escrow company, they might give you a little bit more time on closing. So you want to make sure you have a good relationship with the escrow company. You can find a skip tracer, somebody that does skip tracing for you. That's a good thing. I mean, a lot of people are using outside sources like Mojo and things like that to do cold calling and skip tracing, and then they also using the old-fashioned Facebook to look up people and things like that, because it seems like everybody's on Facebook, on social media, so they're kind of be easy to find, different things like that. You want to utilize the clubs as much as possible, and my club is every third Wednesday of the month, and I bring on different guests all the time, and we talk about all different types of things. You can go to my Facebook page, which is under Thomas F Chappell Jr. You can look at a lot of different speakers that spoke at my club as well. There's one other person that I wanted to mention before we get ready to go soon, is this gentleman named Jay Massey, things that he's doing in the short-term rental space. So what I'm going to do is take my last break, and I'm going to come back talking about him and what he does. Thank you for listening to The Real Men of Real Estate.